Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is slightly different. I'm actually going to be going through a full body workout and a circuit at the end, but during the workout I'm going to be talking about self-development, both physically and in knowledge, so education, which if any of you have followed me for some time now, you know that I'm massive on self-education, but also I love my fitness, and the two go hand in hand really well. So this video is kind of to go over why it's so important to have a routine, discipline, structure, both mentally and physically. So today I'm going to take you through my workout, and then we're going to dive into why self-education and knowledge is so important. So stick around, we're going to get into a workout now. So what I want to start with is self-development, like breaking it down into segments, which is what we're going to do throughout this workout. A lot of questions I always get asked is like, where do you actually start? So you want more from life, you want to be healthier, you want to earn more money, you just generally want more from life, whatever that might be, whether that's personally or professionally, right? So those are questions that come up all the time. And I think you need to break down, firstly, you need to have a reason why. So that's kind of your base layer. You have to have a good fire to keep sort of like burning you through. So whether that be a family member, your children, whatever it might be, you have to have a reason why. And then obviously it's broken down into physical and mental. So like you've got your physical health. So for me, that's a big part. Why do I like to stay physically healthy? And do you know what, just before I carry on, I was just gonna say, you might hear a guy who's also working on his own self-development behind me on the rower making some serious noise, but hopefully you can hear me. But you know, it is important that if you're looking to become healthier, why? What is that reason? So for me, it's like staying healthy and like in prime condition, or certainly what I would like to think is kind of like a prime condition, allows me to outperform in like business, personal life. It keeps you very structured, like mentally, to put in like maximum effort. And then also still self-developing like outside in terms of like education. It's quite funny because he is getting louder, but we're gonna carry on running. But self-education is like massive. So like every single day, just learn, whether that's audible, whether you read. What I would say is, who has the time to sit down and read at the moment, whether it's in the evening? I think time leverage is a massive part. But what we are going to do, in light of my fellow fitness guy behind me, we're going to carry on this conversation downstairs when we get into the weights. So continuing what I was saying about self-education, that's where I'm going to start with this, is what would be my biggest tip? So what's been most impactful for me? Well, Audible has been, as many have heard before, has been my game changer. Like Audible has been the reason I'm able to do what I do today, and that is work with high caliber clients, you know, high sort of profile investors, influencers. Everything that I do today, I can pretty much say that Audible has allowed me to do that. As a friend of mine, Mark Wright, has said, you know, success leaves blueprints, and those blueprints are found in books. But the thing I think has been key for me is learning on the go. Like I say, going back to sitting down reading, could I sit down and read a book for an hour, 2 hours? No, because my time is too valuable now. And the sooner you learn how valuable your time is, because time is money, and some people might be like, oh, you know, it shouldn't all be about money, but we are limited on time. And if we're putting time and effort into something, then you want to get a monetary value back of that. So if it's education, try and leverage that as you're doing something. So top tip, download Audible and start listening to books that are going to elevate you. And finally, rotate the books that you listen to increase your self-development. So, you know, rotate from business, finance, investing, you know, a biography of someone who's done extremely well in life, overcome hurdles. So that's the top tip. Download Audible and start listening and just developing your mind. Obviously, I've covered off the importance, and we'll talk more about it, but I've covered off the importance of sort of learning, like self-education, just, you know, keeping up every day, just evolving your mind. But also, a massive part is what I'm doing right now, your physical condition. I don't know about you or if anyone else feels this as well, but when I'm in condition and I'm eating healthy and I'm training well, I just feel I'm able to do more. Like I feel I'm able to reach a new level of performance. Like you just feel better in yourself. You feel more confident, which obviously, you know, will show in your business, you know, especially if you're into sales. I mean, any business or any kind of entrepreneurship journey, you know, involves some form of like sales. So the more confident you can be, the better you feel in your body. That kind of reflects in what you do in your, you know, entrepreneurial journey or business journey, or it doesn't even have to be in business. It could be personal or professional. But staying in good shape is not only good for your mindset, it's a good routine, it's a good structure. And I've said this before on other videos and podcasts. I always find people who are in good shape do so much better in business or their goals and to hit their targets, opposed to someone who is overweight and perhaps not putting in the effort. I just find that that is the case. Some people disagree, but I believe it to be the case. If you look at some of these big podcasters that are out there and they're interviewing people who are jacked, ripped, and they're in business, they're all like multimillionaires. I don't know, maybe that's what I believe, but that is how I feel. I feel good, I feel confident. So self-development, both mentally, and now we're doing the physical part. So we're gonna do another set now. Right, let's do one more. So I'm going to move on to the bench press. And this is the new one. I've not seen this here before. You've got to have muscles to move these kind of weights. 20 kilo bar, right? I've made it. The other thing is actually as well is if you're a busy person, obviously time's quite precious. So one thing I've learned is that to manage time, this is a question that comes up all the time, is like, you know, I want to do more, but I'm not great at managing my time. When it comes to a workout, I suppose it is one of my bugbears is when people say, I don't have time. And taking single parents who have 3-4 kids and are juggling just a crazy life, totally understand. But people who do have time, watch Netflix, scroll on TikTok, are more of a consumer than a creator. You have time, and you know, if you have to cram a 25-minute all body workout in, then so be it, and that's what you got to do. Right, I ask this question all the time, and I'm throwing it straight back at Lawrence. In order, because I'm very interested, because I'm a coffee lover. Okay. In order, Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm here.
Costa, Starbucks, Cafe Nero, or Pret?
I don't even like that many of them anyway. Like, I'm a little sucker for a small independent, not gonna lie. Yeah? God, look at this. This is multitasking right here.
You gotta choose, mate.
I'm gonna put Starbucks or Pret like right at the top. I really don't like Nero. Costa, it used to be my local at work. What was the other one?
Pret. So you're putting.
I'd probably go Starbucks, Pret, Costa, Nero.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Costa, Starbucks, Pret, Nero.
Or at least we agree on the Nero.
So like, what are you ordering at Nando's?
Butterfly chicken.
Oh mate, good
medium.
Shout.
And if I'm not watching the calories, it's gonna be a garlic bread and peri chips.
If I'm not watching the. Yeah. Had to throw that out there just in case someone takes Lawrence for a Nando's. Yeah. Right, let's move on. I reckon bit of back.
Let's do it.
So just slightly off topic, me and Lawrence were just talking about the event that we've got, Peak Performance at 28th of July, and just like the opportunity. And we were just saying, like, Lawrence as a videographer, but also like as a, you know, what is it, like PT?
So I'm an online coach.
Online coach. It's just making sure that across your socials, which is essentially your business page, I don't like to call it social media, as many of you know, is like just clearly defining to your audience or potential clientele so that they know exactly what you do, so they don't get confused. You don't want to offer a go compare site. You want them to have two options to choose from. Do I work with Lawrence for the videographing, or do I go to him for the online coach? And I think if you're gonna have a page set up, you need to defining what you're doing. So I'm just gonna stop this set so I can talk about it. But if you're gonna dominate a sector, if I'm coming to Lawrence and I'm landing on his videographing page, I can clearly see that this is what he does, this is his case studies, this is his work. So I know that that's what he does, rather than it being a mix and match and a bit of food, a bit of a dog, a bit of a walk along the beach, you know, sort of like a real kind of like question on who you are. So just thought it was an important point to share.
No.
If you're going to do something, dominate it and make it very clear to your audience.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so me and Lawrence were just talking about like YouTube and producing content, but yeah, Lawrence, run with it, what you were saying, mate.
Yeah, so I make fitness vlogs and kind of like anything to do with videography and camera and gear and stuff like that. So again, knowing what direction to take the YouTube channel in is sometimes tricky, but I think now I need to focus my attention more on making a content video. So having that idea behind the video before I even make it, whether that be videography or fitness, and they're kind of the two things that like kind of define me, I guess.
Yeah, I think I love the way we just said, let's start talking on camera, and they pump up the music.
Yeah.
Literally perfect timing. But no, like when you're producing content, and this really, it ties into self-development as well, because, I mean, I don't know about you, but producing YouTube videos, talking on camera, self-development with like public speaking. What does public speaking do? It allows you to talk to a room full of people, multiple people, and what can you do from there? You can sell your products. Again, like everything we do in life is selling. You know, you're selling in some way or another, whether it's who you are, what you do, your service.
Or even just people's time consuming your content. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lawrence, what is your YouTube? Like, give your YouTube a shout out so people can check it out as well.
Just Lawrence Slater. YouTube/Lawrence Slater.
So yeah, go check out Lawrence. Lawrence,
that.
like I say, is going to be one of the videographers following me and Paul on the 28th. So make sure, for those of you that are coming and watch this video, connect with Lawrence, scan his QR code. We were talking about that. But yeah, YouTube's great, but yeah, having real like purpose behind your videos to get the audience engaged is really important. Cool, let's change exercise. Triceps now. I don't know if you remember, do you remember CT Fletcher? Do you remember CT Fletcher on YouTube?
No.
The bodybuilder? If anyone else remembers CT Fletcher, what a goat. Back in the day when he was bicep curling, he was basically talking to his biceps when they were blown out and ready to give up. He was like, I'm the boss. And he was like, I'll tell you when to stop. He was one hell of a guy. He used to get you absolutely pumped. Anyway, you're a 90s baby, aren't you? You've got to be a 90s baby.
95, yeah.
95, you should know CT Fletcher.
I've seen people talk to the bar.
Hey?
I've seen people talk to the bar, like, before they do like a big squat or something. They'll be.
Yeah, but that's on day release, Lawrence.
Like, huh?
That's on day release.
Let's go. Burn it out.
Blown. Putting the work in at the moment.
Yeah, you're pretty consistent. I do see you in there a lot.
Yeah, keeping it up, keep me mentally sane. Before we do a circuit, let's blast the forearms. Fatiguing now.
Looking sharp?
Mate, I'm always looking sharp.
Look at mom. Oh, yes, men. Oh.
Not quite, not quite.
You good?
Big one.
Not quite.
Nice one. Big up.
So firstly, you're not going to see me sticking a load of 20s on here. One, I'm not breaking my back for you. Two, I'm not snapping my knees. And I go for more form than anything. But what I do want to do, I want to share 2 books which were extremely impactful for me, and I want everyone who watches this to go listen to them. Les Brown, Power of Purpose. Lawrence, you've got to listen to that one. And I Know What to Do, so Why Don't I Do It, by Dr. Nick Hall, PhD. 2 books which will just open your eyes for self-development, life improvement, personal and professionally. No excuse, 2 books, I've just given them to you. Yeah, and I'm not putting loads of 20s on these. Plus, I will snap.
I'll get you up there if you want.
Yeah. And then you're going to have to pick me up, Lawrence. Okay, shall I just talk behind the bag, Lawrence?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so basically this is the outro, finishing this video. I'm going to come out, I'm going to talk to you all. So basically, just want to finish on this video just by saying, and really reiterating what I've already spoken about, self-development. It's so important for your mental health and your physical health that you keep working day in, day out. It's really important as well that you have rest and recovery. I haven't spoken about that yet, but it is important that you have days off. We are living in the busiest world at the moment. It's quite toxic. It can be great, it can be negative, it can be positive. People you surround yourself with can be negative or could be positive. So it's really hard to kind of navigate the world that we live in. So to say that you need to always improve on yourself is 100% true. I would say also something to look at is finding your peak performance time. So for me, it's really important I know when I'm at at my best. So that's why you always see me in the gym early. Why? Well, one, it wakes me up. Two, once I finish my workout, it puts me in a good headspace. I'm full of ideas. I take notes on my phone. I get home and I get to work and I do my priority tasks. So my income generating tasks from like 8:30 till 11:30 mid-morning. And I know in that period, I'm in a good mindset. I'm hydrated, I'm fueled, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident. So when you go into that whole, you have to go into a sales mode, certainly for me. So I have to really be at my best. And then obviously, as the day goes on, I'll wind down. I might have an evening workout or, you know, a bit of cardio. But the most important thing is every day have non-negotiables. Keep learning. On those days you don't feel so productive, go for a walk, plug in Audible. But I'm gonna say it one more time, keep evolving yourself and doors will open. People will take to you, you'll feel better, conversations get better, you'll expect more from life and also you'll expect more from yourself. So I really hope this video has helped. Big shout out to Lawrence. I'm gonna tag him in this video. Lawrence, put your own Instagram tag up somewhere on the screen. A load of other links will be in the description below. Bit different than my usual YouTube videos, but I hope you enjoyed it. Lawrence is an awesome guy. We're gonna be working together more, so there's gonna be more of this content coming up, and thanks all for watching. I'm gonna do this.